The PSVR2 is an impressive piece of kit that's ushered in the next generation of VR by improving over its predecessor in almost every way, from the tech itself to the games that we're playing. But there are always ways to get more out of your gaming headset, and that's exactly what we're here to discuss in this very video. Hello guys, it's Aaron from Push Square, self-proclaimed VR connoisseur, and I'm here to walk you through the 10 things you didn't know your PSVR2 could do. Let's get into it. We're starting things off simple with a feature that's been carried over from the original PSVR. When playing your PSVR2, you don't actually need to keep your TV on. It's only really there so that others can see your gameplay, so if you're playing on your own and want to save yourself a few pennies on that electricity bill, just turn your TV off. What's even nicer is that you don't need to turn your TV on to boot up the whole thing. The PS5 and PSVR2 act independently. For the most part, tracking on the PSVR2 is spot on. However, that doesn't mean that it is completely devoid of tracking issues. If you're someone that is having issues, or maybe you're not quite happy with how things are playing, head into the settings, accessories, PSVR2, and then scroll down to other and turn on tracking support. This flies in the face of the last tip, but a grid will be added to your TV, which will help the PSVR2 calibrate and generally just improve the tracking of the headset. Much like the regular DualSense controller, the Sense controllers for the PSVR2 can be customised. Head into settings, accessories, controller general, and then have a look through the likes of trigger and vibration intensity. This will apply to your DualSense as well as your Sense controllers, so if you don't want these settings for your regular control or vice versa, you'll need to switch them out. You can also customize the button assignment on the Sense controller if you go to Settings, Accessibility, Controllers, and Custom Button Assignments for PSVR2 Sense controller. One of the more immersion-breaking features of the PSVR2 is the Play Space Border warning, which will flag up the grid space when you start to cross your preset borders. You can, however, turn the sensitivity down. Go to Settings, Accessories, PSVR2 and set the sensitivity to low, medium or high. You should, however, be careful with this. I found the lower settings to be much better for those seated play session games like Kayak VR, where I was continually flagging up the border without meaning to, and generally it was just ruining my experience. However, in more active games like Horizon Call of the Mountain or Pavlov VR, I wouldn't recommend this so much, as it can be easy to lose track of where you are and hit yourself off a piece of furniture or experience the dreaded VR wall hit. One of the best features of the PSVR2, in my opinion, is the pass-through mode, which is by default accessible with the function button on the underside of the headset. However, you can actually rebind this button to the mute button, which is especially handy if you're using the in-ear buds that come with the headset. Just go to Settings, Accessories, PSVR2, and then scroll down to the VR headset options and select the function button assignment and then pick mute button. Now you have a quick and easy way to mute yourself when you're playing with a party or in-game chat. However, you can keep that pass-through button if you have yourself a pair of compatible Bluetooth headphones. Unlike the original PSVR, the PSVR2 actually allows you to use Bluetooth headphones while you play. This is a nice option outside of the in-ear buds, which truthfully aren't for everyone, and they certainly leave a lot to be desired audio-wise, especially for those more immersive experiences. You can use the Bluetooth headphones of your choice, but we find the Pulse 3D headset to be a really great companion to the PSVR2, as it not only fits quite well, but it also gives you a decent and balanced audio experience. With mute, volume and audio balance controls on the side of the headset, it streamlines the audio experience, and just having a pair of headphones on that aren't at risk of falling off, like the in-ear buds often do, can overall just improve your VR experience. Just a little one this time, but if you are not a fan of the headset vibrations, maybe it's contributing to some motion sickness, you can actually turn this setting off. Go to Settings, Accessories, PSVR2, and then you'll see the option to turn it off. It's a small one, but it is a nice way to customize your play sessions to your preferences. This is accessible even quicker though if you use the quick access menu. Double tap the home button on either the DualSense controller or the Sense controller, and the quick access menu will open, and here you can customize the likes of headset vibration, screen brightness, and then drop into further options like play area and eye tracking. To make things even quicker and easier, you should know that the PSVR2 supports voice control, and since the mic is right at your mouth on the underside of the headset, it typically works quite well. All you need to do is say "Hey PlayStation," and then tell it what to do, like start a new recording or start Horizon Call of the Mountain. If it doesn't immediately work for you, that's because it hasn't yet been activated. So all you need to do is go to the settings and voice commands and then turn it on. You can also customize things like speech speed and response timeouts to suit your needs best. I found that this thing works quite well, even as a Scottish lad with that difficult accent.
11. You're just saying it the same way.
However, the commands themselves can be quite limited. Cinematic mode is when you play your regular PS5 games or watch the likes of Netflix on a simulated screen. And while the cinematic mode is capped at a resolution of 1080p, it has a really cool feature built in. It supports a refresh rate of up to 120Hz. This is a feature reserved for TVs with HDMI 2.1 support. So not every TV or monitor out there allows you to get those silky smooth frame rates. And those types of TVs and monitors can actually be quite expensive. The PSVR2, however, allows you to bypass the need for one and massively amplifies your Fortnite, Rainbow Six Siege, or Destiny 2 Crucible experiences. You can also customize the size of this screen in the quick access menu. This isn't accessible immediately though, so you're going to need to go to settings, screen and video, down to 120Hz output and turn this off. Then back out and go to accessories, PSVR2, and scroll down to cinematic mode, select video output, and then enable 120Hz. The only downside to this is that the gameplay will not show up on the TV at the same time, but I'd imagine if you were playing in this mode, you would be playing by yourself anyway. And those are the 10 things you hopefully didn't know about the PSVR2. Let me know down below which you found the most useful, and if you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like and hit that subscribe button if you're on the lookout for more news, reviews, guides and gameplay, all within the world of PlayStation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on Push Square.